So I'm back, and so is the NRL. I wanted to wait a little while to do some legitimate analysis on these 16 teams, and I finally have my consensus to either mock or praise certain teams. 16 teams to look at? Let's get it on. Yeah, you guys still miss Jonathan Thurston like a crazy ex-girlfriend. Keep drying those tears while praying to the new statue of your GOAT, while paying Jason Taumalolo $1 million a year to not utilize him properly. I think I can finally say the 3 words you've been dying to hear about your team for years now. You don't suck. You're a legitimate finals contender for the first time in about 7 years. Ponga has been rewarded with a healthy extension. Veterans like Pearce are still providing. Bradman Best and Kurt Mann are looking like total game changers. Clemmer has been anchoring the forward pack, and I forgot the main prize. Tyson Frizzell is heading up north next season with a 3-year, $2.1 million contract. The dark days might well be over for you guys. In a normal situation, I would point and laugh at the fact that the Warriors are experiencing yet another mediocre season in their legacy of failure. However, in this case, I'm not going to bash them. Their players seem to have checked out. Tell me if you would have the same motivation while not being able to see your friends and family. Some of these guys have newborns, for Christ's sake. I feel bad for the Warriors organization as a whole. Even though they've botched their old core, you've got to feel sorry for these players as human beings. They can't see their friends, they can't see their family. Most of their families are based in New Zealand, and it's just not a good situation for the organization as a whole. You can't do anything but feel bad. Well, you fuckers finally did it. You pissed off Tyson Frizzell enough that he signed and left to the Knights during the coronavirus break for a contract starting next year. How do you feel, Dragons management? Your fans are tired of the underachieving year after year. This team has reached a very dangerous stage. Apathy. They're about ready to snap necks. I don't even blame them for it. When you invest that much money into a declining Ben Hunt and a Corey Norman, there is a massive cause for concern. Also, are you going to fire Paul McGregor or not? Your team is finally meeting expectations for the first time in about a decade. Thank God. The one thing I'm worried about with the Eels, however, is their depth. I'm not sold on it. If one of their core guys gets injured, it's going to be pretty difficult keeping at the same pace, but it looks like they're doing next man up type of game. I think they could be a nice finals contender. Please, don't be a one and done. Please. They are finally starting to realize their potential. Nathan Cleary has been good as advertised, Mansour and Dean Vare are back on form, and the prospect pool is starting to emerge while they sit second. Good shit, Penrith. Who would have thought that investing $3 million into 5 players wouldn't pan out in success? Your team is nothing but retreads. And Sherry is going to be suspended for yet another Sharks drug scandal. With these failures, I'm half expecting ScoMo to pop a vein from his team playing down to competition nearly every single game. Don't believe me that they're playing down to teams? Look at when they faced the damn Bulldogs. They did the absolute bare minimum to win that game against a team that's already dead. The Sharks have become the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NRL. There, I said it. This is about where I expected them. Kyle Flanagan looks significantly better than advertised as a young halfback prospect, and has been a great wingman for Luke Keary, who was recently re-signed while taking a pay cut to help the team's salary cap. Tupanua also looks like a future beast for the team, as they also bring back Sonny Bill Williams from Canada. He might not be burnt toast? Maybe? Who am I kidding? Your team has some really nice, interesting pieces. My assessment is that this team's goals lie in October. Fair enough, but you are losing Kotrick next season. I don't know what you'll do about that, but we'll see. The Storm to me seem to be in the same boat as the Roosters. Their prospects are developing into great starting caliber players and are starting to become key cogs in that core, And Ryan Pappenhausen, goddamn, looks like to be their fullback for the next decade. The core is still there, but two things have me a bit off. Firstly, how are they going to replace Adokar and Vunivalu this offseason? It's weird. And with Cameron Smith reaching the Brett Favre point in his career, when is he going to retire? For now, however, they are cruising along just fine, sitting at the top of the table. While it took a while for Latrell Mitchell to find his footing in a different position, and as a leader on a young Souths team, it's starting to pay off. They seem to be in pretty good shape for the future, especially with Jai Arrow coming next season to fill the forward pack void left by Sutton and Burgess retiring. Good shit. The end of an era. I hope you Tigers fans were long prepared for this moment. Benji Marshall will play out his final season. The farewell tour to yet another club legend. It was Robbie Farah last year, and this year, it's Marshall. This upcoming rebuild will be long and hard, but at least you have that 2005 premiership to hold on to, and coming up short in 2010 and 11. So you're somehow the best team in Queensland at the moment. They have some intriguing prospects and a more cohesive core than some other teams right now, so I'll take it as a sign of progress. You are losing Jai Arrow next season, and are replacing him with the hot commodity in David Fifita at $1.16 million per year. Jesus Christ, not even Tedesco is making that much. You do realize he still has developing to do. You have upside, please don't waste it. They are finally starting to realize their potential. Nathan Cleary has been good as advertised, Mansour and Dean Vare are back on form, and the prospect pool is starting to emerge while they sit second. Good shit, Penrith. I thought this team would experience a slow tapering to reality, not a violent crash below the Earth's crust. This season for Brisbane has been nothing short of an unmitigated disaster. That defense in particular shits the bed when they have the lead. They've come no close to getting over 58-0 from last year. In fact, they did one better and lost 59-0 against the Roosters earlier this season. Guys like Matt Lodge and Brodie Croft look like garbage. Good. Fuck this management. It's what they deserve. The way they drove their best ever coach away from the team and botched the David Fifita signing just shows how arrogant they are, and if they continue to do the same shit next year, your fans will start to leave in droves as the NRL plans to expand another team in Brisbane. Nothing to see here, folks, just relentless tanking in hopes of a greater tomorrow. Keep pushing coaches under the bus though, because it worked so well the last time you tried it with Des Hasler. Come on, I know you want to do it again. You're going to do it to Barrett, aren't you? Weren't you supposed to be a lot better than this? I had the Sea Eagles pegged for top 4 this season. Yes, Tommy Turbo is out again with injury, but the team as a whole is just extremely inconsistent. Beating the ladder-leading Eels in a convincing win, but then shitting the bed against the goddamn Warriors. Maybe try to, I don't know, not half-ass free agency again this offseason? Please, do it for Desi.